What's up guys, it's Joshua here and today I'll be unboxing the iPhone 13 series. I'm super excited looking at these phones in front of me and also received so many DMs about which should you be getting or should you even upgrade to the iPhone 13 series. Well, let me briefly go into that and tell you what's my opinion about it since I'm still an iPhone 11 user. So the boxes still look similar, but there's a new paper seal on the top and bottom at the back of the boxes which replaced the plastic film this time. So now you get an extra sense of security with that on the box. As you can know, it is a brand new one that hasn't been opened before. So unseal it and open it up. It's pretty much the same in the box with the phone, charging cable, guidebooks in the box. Now design wise, I would say it's really identical to the iPhone 12 series but slightly thicker and heavier on my hand. When you're holding it, there's also a different arrangement of the camera sensors from up and down to diagonal as well as larger camera sensors. However, that's not all. The most obvious upgrades here are the battery, display and the cameras. So let's first talk about the display. It has now a slightly smaller notch by rearranging the hardware on the notch and move the earpiece up top throughout the whole iPhone 13 series and a brighter screen. The iPhone 13 and 13 mini screens now have up to 800 nits max brightness, while the iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max go all the way up to 1000 nits max brightness and even go up to 1200 nits on HDR. So working under the sun now is not really a problem and the color contrast has improved and also much more accurate now too. As for the Pro models, the iPhone 13 Pro and also the iPhone 13 Pro Max here now have the Pro Motion. The Pro Motion adaptive refresh rate feature that goes up to 120Hz and down to a minimum of 10Hz to save your battery life. Now that's what we all been waiting for, and I know you won't be able to catch the difference, but let me tell you, it is a 120Hz OLED Super Retina XDR display. Once you experience the smoothness of it, you'll never get yourself back to a standard 60Hz refresh rate screen. Now all the iPhone 13 series are using the same all-new A15 Bionic chip. Both the iPhone 13 mini and the iPhone 13 comes with a baseline of 128GB storage and up to 512GB of maximum storage, while the Pro and the Pro Max goes up to 1TB of storage. That's a huge jump here, but I'll explain it later. I haven't really got to test the battery life yet, but according to Apple, it is now up to 1.5 hours more battery life for the iPhone 13 mini and also the iPhone 13 Pro, 2.5 hours more battery life on the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now as for the cameras, let me show you some photos and video samples to give you some idea on the quality of it. It might not seem to have much difference from the iPhone 12 during the day, but during the night, you'll see some significant differences in terms of quality. Ultra-wide photos and videos also improve as well. As for the new diagonal camera arrangement on the iPhone 13 mini and also the iPhone 13, it's not just for fun, but allowing them to house the sensor shift optical image stabilization onto it, which were previously only available on the 12 Pro series. Now for the 13 Pro series, you get a 3x optical zoom for the telephoto lens, which is an upgrade from the 2x optical zoom from the 12 Pro series. Camera feature wise, Apple has added the cinematic mode throughout the iPhone 13 series, in which you get the cinematic bokeh effect and shift focus from one subject to another smoothly, which is also called the rack focus. All this is done by the AI calculation, which needs a powerful chipset to run it, like the A15 Bionic chipset. So for now, it is only available on the 13 series. And my first impression of it is really impressive. The smoothness and accuracy of determining which is the main subject for the focus shifting are really good. You can even fine-tune it on post if you don't like it after shooting it. As for the Pro series, you get to shoot macro shot for photos and videos, but the only complaint that I want to make is the auto switch between the main and the macro shot when you try to take close up, because there's no way to manually set or turn off the auto switch between the main and the macro shot. But I think Apple probably will have some software updates to fix it. And remember, I mentioned about the Pro series, the iPhone 13 Pro and also the iPhone 13 Pro Max will have up to 1TB of storage. Well, this This is because the iPhone 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max can shoot ProRes video, which is a super high quality video that really takes up a lot of storage. But this feature isn't available yet now though. So as usual, it will take around 1 to 2 months time to get the software updates and to get the ProRes camera features on the Pro series here. So overall, if you ask me which one should you get, well, I would say it's more towards your own preferences. Like me, I'm still an iPhone 11 user, so I'll probably upgrade to the iPhone 13 series for a better camera, better display, and also better battery performance. Even so, if you're from an iPhone 6 to iPhone 10 user, well, if you upgrade, if you make the switch, you'll see a significant differences. However, if you ask me to choose between the iPhone 13 and also the iPhone 13 Pro, I'll say let's wait for my in-depth review between these two phones. Okay, so remember to also let me know which is your favorite and also which one will you like to see me do the in-depth review next week in the comments below. And if you like this video, remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to not miss our next video. I'm Joshua C. I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.